Hey Anika.
Hi Claire.
All right, so we find ourselves in interesting times.
We do indeed, yeah. We've been here at Tyndale Baptist Church for the last 9 years, calling South Reading home and calling Tyndale Baptist Church our home. But we find ourselves in a place where it's time to move on.
Yeah.
Time to leave Tyndale, which has been a great place to call home.
Yeah.
And time to leave South Reading, and time to find a new place.
Yeah. A new place to minister, a new place to be, a new place to call home. And when we came 9 years ago, we were invited in by the local church leaders, including Sam here, to come and be part of the community here and all that was happening missionally with the community and youth work. And so what we do and what we do comes out of who we are.
Yes.
And so we are a group of friends who have chosen to live with shared lives together.
Yeah.
Who've chosen in that to minister, to do mission, community work together, reaching out to young people, and exploring as well our own discipleship, growing in our own relationships with Jesus and with each other, and in that context, doing life and mission together.
Yeah.
How would you describe who
I describe who we are. We're a small team, so we're not huge.
No.
So we are a small team of friends. I like the idea of, we're committed to each other. Yeah. And to the mission that God's called us to. Yeah. And we are just a group of friends doing life together. Yeah. Who our purpose is to serve God. Yeah. Wherever that is that He calls us.
Mm. So we have shared rhythms of prayer, of mission, of life, of work. We eat together. We do all these things. We don't live together. We're a dispersed community, but we share life together. And also the other thing is that I would say we're quite porous. So we expand and contract. So our numbers increase and they decrease. Yeah. Increase as people join.
For a season.
Yeah, and then move on and stuff. So we love that. We love that calls us to be hospitable, to be flexible, to be open, and to serve. We are called to live a life following Christ, and the way He lived was a sacrificial life, an abundant life, but a sacrificial life as well. That's what we're called to do.
So in terms of the hospitality, we often have interns who come in and might only be here for a few months. Yeah. And they're a part of our life and they're welcomed into all that we do, but then it's time for them to go back out again. Yeah. So it is hospitality, and being hospitable is one of our main features of welcoming people, welcoming the stranger, and bringing them in and being part of the team for however long they're here with us.
Mm. And in fact, one of the things that I love, you're really good at this, when we're busy doing our work or preparing for something or whatever it is we're doing, and if somebody or some people come, everything stops. We stop everything that we're doing and we focus on those who've come, and we share time, we share food, we share whatever, and we're present to one another in that sense. So that's a little bit about who we are, and there's much more that we could say. And so how that impacts who we work with, and if we're looking for a new community, what we're looking for. So we're looking for a group of Christians who have a similar sort of heart and desire It may not be, they may be just starting out on their journey of exploring mission, community, or they may have been doing it for years. And these may be a group of friends, it could be a group of leaders, it could be church leaders, it could be a church, it could be a community, a missional community that already calls itself a missional community, whatever it is. But a group of people who, and it could be 2 or 3, it could be 6, 10, 15, it could be larger numbers, whatever. But we're looking for a group of people who it would make perfect sense for them and for us to come together, and so for our communities to join in that way, and together to explore what doing mission and doing community in that locale looks like. And so that's a little bit of what we're looking for. Would you add to that?
As you said, it could be a church, it could be a group of churches. It was the churches here in South Reading that invited us, but we had a relationship with each of the churches individually as well. So it could just be a church, but we're looking for, as you said, those people that have the same heart of us, that really want to reach their community with the kingdom, for the kingdom, have that real heart of mission.
Based on prayer. That's one of the things that we bring is rhythms of prayer, rhythms of, and it's not that we impose it, but we work out, okay, what's going to work for us in this context. How can we pray together? How can we draw others in, pray and seek God's will for the community, and what He's doing, what He's calling on us, what He's wanting to do to us, with us, in us personally, and as a team, and as a community, as well as reaching out, because God's love compels us. It's His love that compels us as we engage with Him and deepen our relationship with Him. His love compels us to reach out to one another and beyond as well. One of the things that we're really passionate about is young people, particularly young people on the margins of society as well. And so if you're part of a community where that's something that the Lord has laid on your heart, then that's something that we love to do. What else do we bring? What else do we bring?
We bring a training. So we've got a strong value of training people up for mission, and not just expecting that people know what to do or know what God's calling them to do, but actually helping people to hear from God, to learn from God, and to be sent out. What does that look like? So training is a big thing for us. You're also a coach, executive coach for leaders. So again, that walking with people, discipling people, helping people to find the call that God has for them and the place God has for them.
And our particular focus, and one of our focuses is we're really intentional. We love to help others be intentional about building a culture, so an atmosphere, creating an atmosphere in the way that we interact, in the way that we do whatever it is that we're doing, whether it's life, whether it's a program, whether it's outreach, whatever it is, prayer meeting, whatever it is, that we're intentional about the values and the culture that we're creating and that we bring into a place, whether we spend a lot of time in the local school, wherever we are, in our partnerships as we work with other organisations, with the council, with the police, whoever it is we're working with, that we're intentional about shaping culture. We're also long-term in our view as well. So we will think 10 years, decades, rather than what can we do in the next 2 years, or what can we do in the next 3 years. For us, that's very short-term, and we need to have, we encourage a long-term view of mission and building strategy that is long-term in a place. So we love to do that. And then helping others, helping each other actually how can we, the way we interact and the way we engage with one another, how can we do that in such a way that is really good for each other?
Yeah.
That actually brings life to each other, that brings healing and release. So whether that's in the team, or whether that's working with young people, or working with people who are struggling with mental health, or whatever it is that we're doing, or that people want to do, we love to help people think in that way that actually brings life to the individual in our interpersonal relationships. Yeah.
So if any of this sparks something in you, or you resonate with what we've been saying, we would love to hear from you. We're really open to wherever God has next for us, be that local in Reading, or be that somewhere completely different. We're really open to hearing from anybody who with what you've heard resonates with you, and there's a real heart that says, yes, that's what I want to do. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to have a conversation with you.
And the other thing is that I reckon there probably is one place that we will come and be, and it will be right for us to be and to live there. But there may be a number of others where it may not be right or necessary for us to come and be, rooted in that place, but actually maybe to spend time over time, sort of at a distance, visiting over time, an intentional relationship, an intentional supportive relationship. That might be right as well. So love to hear from you if any of this resonates in any way.
So there'll be details, email contact at the end of the video. So please do get in contact.
Cheerio.
Ciao.